Hey everybody, this is Frank Holder. I'm sitting here getting ready to do an interview with the director of a new film called Cutthroat City. And the name of the movie is Cutthroat City. It's with the interviews with RZA. The RZA is, as you probably know, is the man with the iron fist. He directed that. He directed a couple of things. Probably a very well known actor and everything else in the business, director, all of that stuff. I mean, man really needs no much introduction. And since it looks like since he just joined us, let's get ready to bring him in. How you doing, sir? How's everything?
Yeah. What up, yo?
And I know this whole new internet thing, doing interviews like this and everything else is something still to get used to. You know what I mean? Because of COVID and everything. So
Yeah. Do my mic sound good?
yeah, you sound good. Everything's good.
I'm in the building.
Yeah, you in the building, bro. Everything. I want to jump in and ask you a couple of questions about directing and things like that because obviously you directed a couple of films and things. But I want to ask you, where were you in the process of making this film when COVID hit? Were you still making the film, or how that happened?
So the film was done. So we was already preparing to have the film premiere at South by Southwest.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then COVID hit, and we had to cancel the premiere, cancel the release date, and just everything just got pushed back. COVID,
Yeah.
COVID ain't no joke. COVID
Right.
ain't nothing, as we used to say, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to f with. COVID ain't nothing to f with.
I can't even speak on that. So, how much involved were you in, on behind the scenes? I know you got, listed as director and everything else, but how much involved were you? Were you involved with some of the music and just putting the film together overall, Howard?
Yeah, of course. The director's job, just if I could just give you a little bit of inside baseball on it, a director's job is every department, whether it's clothing,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's set design, even catering, like the director has a voice in it, you know what I mean? Because he has to direct that. He's the one who's held responsible. If
Right.
if the director don't sign this bond,
Uh-huh.
no, the movies don't get made.
Right. I understand.
You
I get it.
And so you have to, sometimes be the first one to work and the last one to leave.
Yeah. I get it.
Now, of course, I had a great team around me, Frank. I had a great team of people. Great producers, great production designers, casting directors, and all these people to help. And as far as the music, to answer your question, I actually hired Adrian Miller.
Mm-hmm.
You may know Adrian Miller. He manages Anderson Park.
Mm-hmm.
He came on as the music supervisor, so that was a big task to put into his hands. And then I hired Danny Harrison,
Mm-hmm.
the son of George Harrison from the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
He composed all the music, like the score or the cinematic score.
Mm-hmm.
He provided that. And with Adrian, he was able to go and get young artists like Gumbo and Anderson and even T.I. Like, he was able to go get a lot of songs and bring them into the editing room and we'll try this one, try that one. And of course, if I found one that fit the scene, I was like, boom, go clear that.
Right. Let's talk about Cutthroat City, man. Cutthroat City is one of a film that's basically, I don't even want to say what it's about. I'd rather have it come from the director because I just watched it a couple of days ago. Interesting film. Can you explain to the audience out there what Cutthroat City is if they haven't never heard of it, or even if they didn't see the trail, real briefly?
Yeah, Cutthroat City is a story that takes place post Hurricane Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 4 young men who have aspirations to be successful in life, and their aspirations are washed away, and those aspirations turn into desperations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they find themselves going down a rabbit hole, yo.
Right. And our folks like those kind of films. You know what I mean when I'm saying that? Our folks like those kind of films. They're going to go to see that, and they go and drove to see that. I see that you have a directing style that's trying to go after particularly our type of folks. Can you tell me, are you trying to expand more on that type of directing style? Because it seems like you like the shock. You like the, you know what I mean? You like you that dude. You that dude.
I look at, I had a chance, I just want to say, first of all, I want to say rest in peace to John Singleton. I had a chance to spend some time with him on my last film, Love Beats Rhymes. And just certain things that, my teacher of film is like more Tarantino, more Jim Jarmusch and John Woo. But as I continued to study, I did take a look at the great filmmakers, from my culture, what I mean, such as John Singleton, Mario Van Peebles, Spike Lee, Antoine Fuqua, F. Gary Gray, and I looked at that even though I've gained a style from my proteges, Tarantino, John Woo, and John Moose, I have to also learn how to meld the style of the brothers from my culture who's out there making great films. And I think that I'm getting there. Like if this was a microphone in hip hop, I'm a master. Okay.
Right.
In film, though, I feel like I definitely have my college degree. You know what I mean? I feel like that this film really shows my evolution.
Yeah.
From here, I think I only could go to the top from here.
Right. I know you were making films and you've been acting and everything else like that. But what came across your desk, or what happened while you were making this process that you just, no matter how much you prepared for, you were like, whoa, and you were able to conquer that. You know what I mean? Because even when you make music, something happens along the way, along your journey. And you sit there and say, Jesus, but how can I accomplish this, and how can I get over that to help me succeed to get to my goal? Can you speak on that?
Guarantee, first of all, we shot in New Orleans in the lower Ninth Ward. And we had a modest budget. We didn't have the big studio budget. We had a nice budget now, but it was modest. And we couldn't afford to lose a day. If the movie got to be shot in 30 days and you're paying $300 grand or $400 grand a day, you couldn't afford another $400-500 grand. All
right.
And so everything is prepared, but New Orleans, it rains when it wants to rain, brother. It doesn't.
Yeah, I know. I've been there. I know.
It don't listen to the weatherman, all right?
Right.
And we actually didn't have a cover set. So a cover set, you know what a cover set is, right? But I guess for your listeners, a cover set means like if it rains or snow or there's a fire, there's another set built or it's another thing you could do to make up for that day, because you can't lose the day.
Right.
Because the crew will get paid no matter what for that day. And we had two of those happen to us.
Wow.
And, because for the first time on one of our shoot days, it actually snowed in New Orleans.
Really? Okay.
Exactly. And that doesn't happen. That happens, once or twice a year, if.
Right.
And it happened on us, and we had no preparation for snow. Right. The temperature, the cameras don't work at certain temperatures, and so what we had to do, we had to then say, okay, well, we're gonna have to get the whole cast to change our shoot schedule, and we're gonna have to work Saturdays and Sundays.
Whoa.
Because we was doing 5-day weeks, which means you work from Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you go do your But now we have to switch it, and we have to come in on Saturdays and Sundays. And that was a real big glitch. And it was a glitch for me because I also had like plans that weekend. My family's coming in town, and the weekend is all you got when you're making a movie.
Right.
And it was a tough one, but we pulled it off. And everybody showed up, and the actors, they was tired, but they came in and they got in that van and we shot those scenes.
Right. Has it been an interesting part of your journey dealing with all these different personalities on set and things like that? Because I know you're experiencing all kinds of stuff that you're not used to dealing with music. You know what I mean? I've been in both. I understand how it goes, but you got you got Wesley Snipes, you had T.I., you had Terrence Howard, and you got a whole bunch of young dudes who, they're talented, they're great actors. So I know you're back, juggling different types of personalities, because now you're the director. They all looking at you. Can you explain that?
Well, I will say this to you, Brother Frank. Working with the Wu-Tang, right? It gets no difficult than that. I'm dealing with multi-platinum,
right,
hip hop, misogynistic bravado, alpha males. Right?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
They're smoking blunts. Just to throw that in there, okay? At least the actors, they got to get up in the morning and maybe they ought to get his coffee. Right? But no, honestly, say that the Wu-Tang is has been my training ground for directing, you know, dealing with so many strong personalities and so much great talent that I have within my own crew.
Right.
When I face it in other circles, I have a relationship to it. And also, I got to say this to you, being an artist myself, I know what pisses me off. I know what pisses Wesley off. You know what I mean? I know what's comfortable. I know what makes me comfortable. I know that at least if I could bring my talent to set at my level of comfortability, I know that my complaints would be minimized.
Right. Smart. Can you tell everybody out there how they can see Cutthroat City? Because I see at times winding down. I want to ask you 2 or 3 more questions. You tell everybody how they're going to see Cutthroat City?
You guys can see, I'm looking, I don't know how my eyeline is. But anyway, you guys can see Cutthroat City. You can actually, it's available now on Apple and Amazon and all that. You can stream it, or the Blu-ray DVD will be available October 20th. You know, that's for those who got that big crazy home system. You want to take the Blu-ray and throw it in your joint. You know, Cutthroat City, the RZA. I'm not just saying it because I made the movie, but it's a good film to enjoy. It'll make you think. Some thought-provoking ideas in there. And if you've been a fan of my work, this is one of my best pieces of art that I put out there, and I'm very proud of it.
Right. So the last couple of questions. I know you're an actor. You love, you still act and everything. I know you still make music. A couple of my boys was hitting me up and saying, yo, ask him about the Wu sound. Like, is Wu getting ready to make some more music? They releasing anything? So I had to ask you for that for my people,
Well, for your people, Ghostface is the main one in the studio right now. He sent me a couple of tracks the other day, and he's getting back into that soul, baby.
Yeah, believe me, I listen, I love it all. Okay, last question. What other project you got coming out that you can speak on? Is it going to be a directing thing? Are you going to act? Can you just tell everybody else what you can see in your near future, if you can speak about it?
I could definitely speak about, season 2 of Wu-Tang, the American Saga, is in production, and they're looking forward to bringing y'all season 2. You're going to really be surprised about the way, some people, it ain't just about knowing Wu-Tang or not knowing Wu-Tang, right? Because you're going to learn a lot of things you didn't know, but also just about the culture of growing up and trying to find your path in hip hop and find your path in the world. You're going to really see us give young men some footsteps.
All right. Well, thank you for taking up the time, brother. Please don't hang up. We got to ask you one question offline. I can't ask you this because I saw the movie. I want to ask you one question about it. Anyway, y'all, that's my man RZA. Make sure you go check out Cutthroat City, and I'll hit you all with all the information on that very shortly. Don't touch that dial. I'll be back soon.